September 18th, with Warden Lou Clapp away, his number 2, Mark Maxwell, took the helm. David Kobus raced to Captain Chocolate Slim Tally with an important message. The captain's door violently flung open.
Hell of a fight going on, Captain Tally.
Bunch of knotheads. Take us to them.
Captain Gilbert Tally hurriedly followed Kobus. Other guards followed.
Gotta go help
Cap, let's squash it quick.
The running bulls stormed the building, anticipating a ruckus, only to encounter an ambush and a hostage crisis with 6 armed convicts.
Damn it to hell.
You're ours now, bulls.
In total, 9 bulls fell victim to Kobus's clever ruse. Insurgent inmates led 9 hostages to cell house number 4.
Bet you'll listen now, bull.
Meanwhile, the other residents helped themselves to candy, soda, and other goodies in the commissary.
Get it while you can.
Tastes like freedom.
Ringleaders released ailing senior guard Dan Chase, suffering from a heart condition, to deliver a list of demands for the governor.
Take care of that ticker, Chase. We want to chat with Governor Smiley. Send one guy up here. Just one.
State Board of Corrections Vice Chairman Mark Maxwell quickly entered the yard with a warning.
10 minutes to release the guards, or we're coming in after you. Clap's gone, fellas. Smiley ain't coming. You can talk to me.
Inmate leader Kobus countered Maxwell's offer with a promise to free the bulls if he could speak to journalists.
Get the press, and we'll let the bulls go.
Maxwell agreed, and the men released the remaining 8 captives. The warden and local journalists arrived. They documented serious complaints and irreverent rants.
We're human beings, not animals. We need more rec options, better visitation, better clothing. Warden's got too much power, and the movies stink.
The prisoners also demanded an inmate-led disciplinary committee and better recreational equipment. When journalists left, the men returned to their cells, and the bulls escorted the ringleaders to solitary.
Glad you're back, sir.
Way to keep order, Maxwell. They'll remain there until they have demonstrated to us that they want to abide by the rules and regulations.
Now, let's dig a little deeper. From 1950 to 1955, the state of Idaho saved $500,000 using inmate labor. In September 1958, the population soared to over 600. How might overpopulation and required labor affect relationships between inmates and prison officials?
They said, well, we're not getting treated right. We don't get this, we don't get that. Said we don't have TV enough. They didn't know it, but the warden had already made arrangements to put 2 TVs down in the loafing room where they could look at them all day long. But they didn't know it, so they were going to riot over that. They said other minor things were wrong. About that time, they called me over to the window of cell block 4. And I knew a couple of fellows that were in on the riot. And they told me, they said, we want you to go out front. We want them to call the governor. We want a federal judge, we want a district judge, and we want the attorney general of the state of Idaho. But we don't want Warden Clapp. I said, well, you won't get him anyhow. He happens to be up at Lewiston. Somehow the grapevine hadn't got that word back to him. They didn't know that he was out of town. So I went back out. Mr. Maxwell, that I mentioned a while ago, was in charge, and he knew that I had been down there talking to him, and he came out and met me at the gate. They said, what do you want, Orville? And I said, well, I gave them their demands. Later on, he called them out. Oh, yes, they wanted to see the news media. So he did let them come out and have an interview with the news media. They surrendered. They gave up. Of course, they got locked up for quite a while. That ended that one.
Do they ever gain anything by the riots?
No. No, they really don't.